So, last rule, potential rule change, which is very interesting, is no more onside kicks. Instead, you give the team a 4th and 15 chance to keep the possession. I don't know where they're starting. I haven't been able to find that yet. Like, do they start on the 35-yard line with the kickoff? Do they start on the 20? Where are they? Where are they getting this 4th and 15? That's a question I have. But other than that, I like it.
Okay,
I think it's fun.
well, I guess we find another thing that we utterly and totally disagree on
Okay.
because I think this is nine ways to wrong. I think that you're going to have good teams against not so good teams. Like I'm trying to think of like let's say
Kansas City, the best offense in football. Yeah.
yeah, you don't think that Kansas City would go for the onside kick on every single one of their every time they score a touchdown they're going to go for we're going to go for the 4th and 15 because we're going to beat you by 50 points or we're going to score
So
50 points and we don't
that's fine.
wait go ahead
The to fight against that concern is you only get two per game. So you can't do it on every single time. And another thing that they brought up is, can the winning team do an onside kick? Or is this only for the losing team to have a chance to come back?
yeah it's you know what if they take away I love the early game catch a team off guard onside kick and you get the ball and they're totally unprepared for it and they're back you go to kick the ball and they're backpedaling and your guy falls on it and then you have that desperate chance at the end of the game that okay we've scored a touchdown we're down by 6 points there's only a minute left we have no timeouts this is our only shot and to take that away and then again then so you take it away okay so you do 4th and 15 oh but wait you can't do it at any time during the game you can only do it two times a game and if you're in the lead you can't do it it's like I just
I'm not a biggest fan of the lead one. I agree with you there. Like I don't like the um you can't do it if you are in the lead. I think that's kind of ridiculous. But I do like twice per game, maybe only once per half. You do it that
but
way.
then
And then
you can
also,
but
does
you
it
can do
completely make the onside kick illegal? That's a good point. I'm guessing that's the idea, is that they're making it illegal.
well that was
Yeah.
my understanding is there was no longer an onside kick but it just again it's I just think if it's a good thing and you're going to replace the onside kick with it, then replace the onside kick with it. But to say, well, but I cannot, you can only do it two times a game. It now, granted, most teams aren't doing four onside kicks a game. I understand that, but it just
Well, also the
and I
big problem is right now, just to say this real quick, is in from 2013 to 2017, the success rate of an onside kick was 16.3%. With the new rules of you can't really be creative with your onside kick anymore. You have five guys on this side, five guys on this side. You can't overload one side. You can't try to get the team and do motions and things like that. It's like this is how your team's set. It halved in
right,
2019 to
but
8%.
that's another discussion whether or not I thought that was a good rule change. I think that's a bogus rule change too. But I know everything's all about keeping everybody safe,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to protect their insurance money. That's what they do. So they make these rule changes because we're going to make this game safe. And you know what? The game's it's be like boxing. It's people boxing saying, "Oh, well now in boxing you cannot hit your opponent in the head because that could be detrimental to them."
Going to the
But you know
body.
what?
We're going to
Right.
the body.
But you play the game, and yes, there are egregious plays that we've all known when we've seen it. The
Mm-hmm.
head face mask. Face mask is a penalty all day long. You can't grab horse collar. That can hurt people. But the defenseless receiver and hitting the crown of your helmet and again it all sounded real good when the idea came out, but it's gotten so blown out of proportion where you got receivers now at the last second dropping down, and then a guy that's going for the guy's chest, it suddenly becomes his helmet, and he hits him with his helmet, and I'm I would not be surprised if receivers don't kind of do it on purpose. It's like I see the guy coming, so let me protect myself and duck my head down. And now the guy hits your helmet, and it's 15 yards because hitting your helmet's illegal. It's gotten way out of control, and they're killing the game slowly by trying to make it safe. It's not a safe game. It
No.
just isn't.
If you get hit by
No,
a 300-pound dude, that ain't safe. There's no
no,
making that safe.
right.
No
And,
helmet can make that safe.
right. And I know that I understand your quarterback. You can't have guys targeting your quarterback. Okay, I understand that. You protect them to a certain degree, but now you got guys falling over and or throwing their hand up in the air, and their hand goes up in the air and it comes down on top of the guy's head. Doesn't even move his head, but it's hands to the helmet, 15-yard penalty. It's out of control.
Yeah, the quarterbacks, you have to sack them on pillows. Yeah, it's really bad there. No, I agree, but I like this 4th and 15 idea because now if you're down by 2 scores more than a field goal, so if you're down by 13, let's say, and you score the touchdown, the 4th and T with 2 seconds left, the 4th and 15 gets you an opportunity to score a touchdown, whereas the onside kick, you're gonna waste those 2 seconds. Those 2 seconds are gone. It's this onside kick's just a wasted play at that point where it's like, okay, do we just give them one Hail Mary? Maybe that's also a way to say that's a bad thing because it's like now they get a free Hail Mary at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But from 35-yard line, that's a far throw. That's a long ball.
No, I know, but and maybe if you want to give the choice, but you can't replace the onside kick with you either have to make the kick a dead ball and there's no chance of but of course then it takes all the excitement out of it. So it's not all about safety. It's about we got to keep some excitement in there. I don't know, maybe you could choose. I might be able to buy into it more where you could go for the onside kick or you can go for 4th and 15 on your own 35 or wherever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying I don't like the idea of the onside kick has its place in this game, and I could be wrong, but I don't recall a whole lot of guys getting seriously hurt on an onside kick.
Well, let's see. No, they were saying, but basically the onside kick is safer than the original kickoff. But it's still, when you have an overloaded side and you have 8 guys on one side, and literally 4 or 5 of them, their only job is to hit the crap out of a guy that's standing there. Right? Like the guy can't run at you. Like you could potentially hit the ball if you run at it. So you have to stay behind that 10 yards. Or I don't know. It's an interesting idea. I think it's a fun idea, to be honest. But I guess you really love the onside kick, and that's why you don't. I guess I'm not married to the onside kick, and especially since they already basically killed the onside kick. Oh, I didn't even see this. So the 8% number was in 2018. The 2019 dropped down to 6%. So the onside kick is effectively dead at 6%. Where now, but the 4th and 15, they averaged those out. People that went for 4th and 15, they had a 15.9% success rate. So now you get closer to what the onside kick used to be with a 4th and 15 rather than an onside kick now with the new rules.
Yeah, and I understand that. And again, we could spend a whole segment talking about the rules I disagree with and stopping the guys from getting a running start when the ball is kicked. It seems utterly ridiculous to me. You don't think they can get to top speed in 5 yards after the ball is kicked? The fact that they're allowed to run, you know what I'm saying? It's like they still have to run 50 yards to get to the guy or 60 yards to get to the guy, and you're going to tell me that making them start from a standing position will slow down their momentum as they go down. It's like those guys in 5 yards are going to be at top speed, and before they even reach a defender anyway, they're going to already be at top speed. So the whole idea of you can't pass.
Well, the fix for that is what the XFL did. Did you like what they did or no?
Which one?
So the XFL essentially eliminated the onside kick. There is no onside kick, and the kicking off team, the players start on the 35-yard line of the opponent's 35-yard line. The blockers for the other team start on the 25-yard line, and nobody's allowed to move until the receiving team catches the ball.
my God, I'd have to see that. I can't even picture that. I'd have to see that.
Yeah. So
Right,
nobody's
it's
allowed to.
almost
They
like
he
red,
kicks it
it's
off,
almost like
and nobody's allowed to move until the receiving team catches the ball, and then everybody's allowed to move. And now you only have 10 yards apart rather than somebody running with a full head of steam at 40, 50 yards downfield, blowing them up.
that's
Other
kind
than
of
the
like
kicker.
that's kind of the opposite of kick the can, isn't it? You kick the can and people run until you pick up the can, or what was the game where they were allowed to run until you picked it up, and then they had to freeze, and then you tried to hit one of them with the can.
I never played that version of it.
There might be we used to play it with a ball, so it's probably not kick the can, but
Yeah.
it was basically you would take the ball and throw it up into the air, and people were allowed. They all started next to you, and they were allowed to run away from you until you caught it. Then they had to stay where they were, and you tried to throw it and hit somebody. So it just seemed like the opposite of everybody stand still until the ball's caught, and then you start running.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. The like button is on this side for mobile. If you have any of your own thoughts or questions, comment down below. We may just answer it next video. Thanks. See ya.